What's very important also in the jazzy sound is the attack of the note and the ending. So the ending of the note is a lot with ghost note. We mute the note at the end of the note with the ghost note, and the beginning of the note, the attack is very important. So what I would like already to do is just test your attack, you know. Do you say the attack of the note in English? Yes? Good. In classical music, we try not to have so much attack. Well, in some cases, yes, but we also try to have changes that you don't hear, and you have to. But in jazz, you want to hear every. Yes, you do legato, but in jazz, you want to hear every change of bow and every attack. So it must be like consonant, pum pum pum. It's not really an accent. It's the attack, the beginning of the note. The beginning of the note. It's not the beginning of the note, not the attack. To be conscious that the beginning of the note must be clear, must be ba, pa, ta, like consonant, une consonne. What's consonant? Clear articulation, yes. You know, when you speak A, E, I, O, U, that's a consonant. Okay. P, T, K, S, P. You must think when you staccato. I wouldn't say really staccato, but I wouldn't say. I would more say consonant. Think of consonant like when you speak, not with accent, because you can speak with accent. It's not the same. Just articulation, clear articulation, and that's with the fingers. I already told you a lot of time, but you know, when I was in the school of Didier Lockwood, that was already a lot of years that I was studying jazz violin, but still he was always insisting on that to use the finger to begin each note. To have a consonant, like trumpet player, for example, they play really. You can listen also. It's not wah wah wah. It's bang bang, ba 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 ba. You know it, and that's really important, because if you play wah 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 wah, it's not clear, and in this aesthetic of jazz in which we are. The attack with the fingers is very important. So try together, or everybody, just to remind this thing that even years after I begin jazz violin, Didier Lockwood was making me still in the class doing that, just that, and trying to feel the beginning of the note being very clear by doing it with the finger. So first move just the fingers like that, and then try it also on a larger note. You continue the note, but with the same attack you did the beginning. Then when I play, you know, it's it's not wah 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 wah. It's clear, and it's because of this thing of it's very small. It's a very small thing, small movement with the finger at the beginning of the movement of the bow, and that makes also a nice difference and that takes part to this jazzy sound. Okay? So now I would like that we try together already how we can play half notes. So half note, about a large note without first maybe without metronome, but we are going to try to do this half note with a precise attack, not with accent, just bam bam. Think on b, for example, bam bam, not pa, bam bam. And then what we are going to do now is to add some vibrato and ghost note. So the first quarter note of the half note will be the note, and then you touch lightly the strings. You touch lightly the string to do the ghost note in the second part of this half note. Will be like a buzz, 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 buzz. Try that with buzz, and you can do it on a second finger. But I was playing. Sorry, I didn't tell you the notes I was playing. I was playing an E on D string, first finger, then F sharp on D string. Then let's try the same on the third finger. And then fourth finger on an A. Now let's do the same, but try to add some vibrato. Maybe we will separate. First the vibrato on the note, and then you do the ghost note. Now we are going to concentrate a little more on the vibrato and the mixture of vibrato and ghost notes. So half note with two quarter notes. The first quarter note is the note with vibrato, and then you put up your finger and you put up your finger and you do a ghost note without vibrato first. Vibrato note, ghost note without vibrato. Vibrato note, ghost note without vibrato. Then you can change finger. Third finger. But now let's try to do the same exercise. This time the note without vibrato, the ghost note with vibrato. No vibrato, vibrato. No vibrato, vibrato. Vibrato. No vibrato, vibrato. No vibrato, vibrato. But you can already, in this exercise, lighten the bow during the ghost note. No vibrato, vibrato. No vibrato, vibrato. No vibrato, vibrato. Okay, and now you can do vibrato. Vibrato or vibrato? Vibrato, vibrato, both, you can say both. Okay, then vibrato, you everywhere. And what you do is, no, it's like a half note with two quarter notes with one note and one ghost note. You vibrate everything, but then you try to raise your finger more progressively from the note until the ghost note, you know? Oh. So that you can practice that on any exercise you want or scale, and because then what would be good is every time you end a phrase, you end a lick, to try to get used to play like that, because if I play you know, it's not so it's so jazzy sound, like if I play. So every time you practice jazz, try to practice that. Then you don't have to do it all the time. When you play jazz, then you do what you want. But try to get used to do it, to be able then to use it when you improvise, because and it ends a phrase in a way interesting, you know. And it sounds good. It sounds jazz. It sounds more jazzy than that's beautiful, but that sounds less jazzy. Now I put some glissando, you know. Everything's possible without the glissando. To improvise in jazz, you have a lot of elements. So you have to practice every element separately, and then when you play, to put together.